What's good, YouTube? Welcome back. I'm going to be going over my trade recap for today. As you guys can see, I'm down, hold on, I guess here. Down about 263 across 5 funded, so pretty much sitting at break even on the week. But yeah, I'm pretty much going to go over what I was looking at today, leaning very bullish. Starting off in the outlook, right, going into the morning, I wanted to see manipulation down to this daily fair value gap. Oh, wait, you guys can't even see my bed. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I wanted to see manipulation down to this daily fair value gap, and then, yeah, pretty much wanted us to pump today. So that's that. As you guys can see, we ended up getting that daily fair value gap, tap, and then, reject it, ended up taking a long in there, ended up getting break even. But let's go over the two trades I took today. Starting off on this 5-minute, right, manipulation down, we had the S&T with ES at that level. As you guys can see, ES never tapped it. Right, this is your S&T. Going to the 1 minute, right, pretty much saw that ES was approaching this first presented, or not first presented, just 1 minute for value gap after having the breaker form. From there, pretty much entered right around here. Or I thought ES was going to tap the 1 minute FVG, sorry, I can't talk. And so I pretty much just entered up here, where I was starting these relative equal highs that we made, obviously because we swept out this, so these are just, very good target. Same with ES, you can see these relative equal highs, like low resistance liquidity. So yeah, pretty much entered here, right, we created the SMT at the AM high, and from there I'm looking for these order blocks to, get respected, which you can see they didn't. Keep in mind we also had a 5-minute breaker up here, so at that point I'm looking for this for value gap to hold. So we came back down, tapped the order block, and then this move ideally should pump us. Pretty much went break even after we took out this high, got break even, and from there I was saying in my Discord, so still very bullish. What I do not want us to do is sink after tapping the daily for value gap. If we do, NWOG is a target, and you can see we end up come back down to that NWOG, and then from there, right, we created a 1 hour bullish CRT. So ideally, the 9 a.m. high should be your draw of liquidity. Keep in mind we also tapped these breaker. Right, this is another breaker. Tap these 1 hour for value gaps. Came in equilibrium. At this point, what you want to see is this placement up. Just looking at the higher time frame, this is ideally the area, if we are bullish, that you want us to see us continue higher. So yeah, we inverse everything. This was a very respectable trade. Ended up taking out that devil's mark on ES as well. This looked like a very good trade. So from here, right, going into the 3-minute, you can see we formed a 3-minute breaker right here. Right, this becomes your breaker. Same goes on ES. Right, this is your breaker right here. So now what you're pretty much looking for, like I've mentioned in the last video, if we have a fair value gap above, you would ideally enter right when we tap it, and then ideally your stop loss would be here. If you were to enter on NQ, right, same goes here, you'd end up entering here, stop loss below here. I don't know why I created 2 orders. Whoa. Stop loss would be below here, right, pretty wide stop. And then, like I said, you'll pretty much be targeting the AM high, which, Jesus, bro. Which nets you about, yeah, like a 2 RR. You could also target these, giving you a 2.49. This RR, on the other hand, since this is a little more bullish asset, since we did not come all the way down here, yeah, this nets you about a 3.5. Right, you would ideally, regardless, you're getting a 2R. So, looked like a very good trade to me. End up putting, right, pretty much entered market order right around here. Right, notice these no wick, so I was like, you can still come down here. Did not want to see this because this is your breaker. Right, this is your fair value gaps. This is the low of the fair value gap, and this is where your stop loss is going to be. Biggest sweep pretty much just ran through, which, it's alright. Right, you could just see we're a little bit more bearish. Conditions aren't really the best. In the morning, it was pretty ass price action, so that, but I still really like this. I mean, the 1 hour CRT looked very good and wog tap. But yeah, sometimes you're not going to get every trade, right? You're playing a probability game, and then just, yeah. So pretty much sitting around break even on the week across 5 funds. You can see pretty much copy trading. So yeah, you see Wednesdays aren't really my best days, but regardless, yeah, that's what I had for today. Hopefully you guys didn't, blow up today and lose a lot of money. If you did, right, just understand what went wrong. Obviously, you see we are more bearish today, but just on the higher time frame, right, we are very bullish. So, right, this looked like a power 3 accumulation, manipulation, distribution, which did not end up working. I mean, everything about this shows bullishness, right? We're below midnight open, in the daily fair value gap, inverse. Like, this is ideally, in most case scenarios, this will go higher. So you can't beat yourself up because you were on, you just got the bad luck of the draw, So don't beat yourself up over this, right? I mean, obviously at this point we're going to come down here, possibly go higher. Because we swept out. I mean, it's a very respectable loss, so I'm not really mad about anything, right? So, yeah, that was it for today. Hopefully you guys were able to understand, right, what I saw going into today, understanding why I went break even at the first trade, understanding why I took the second trade. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Y'all enjoy the rest of your week. Stay safe tomorrow. I know we don't have any news, and it is a day before CPI and PMI, so Thursday may not be the best. I might just be on just to be on, but ideally I would definitely be on Friday. So if tomorrow's good, I'll post a market recap if I don't take a trade, and then Friday I usually have work, so I'm not really able to do a full market recap. If I take a trade, I have time to do a trade recap. But yeah, that's it for today. Y'all enjoy the rest of your week. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.